Peace, everybody. Speed Science Boxing Academy. We back with another video. Now, two-time undisputed champion of the world, Terence Crawford. Ever since he won in phenomenal fashion against Errol Spence Jr., now he's making his rounds all across the nation, doing interviews, being on talk shows, being on podcast shows, getting all types of recognition, and rightfully so. It's well overdue. He should have been having this recognition, but because of his recent win over Errol Spence, now the whole world is starting to recognize Terence Crawford. And he was on CBS Morning with Bill King, and he said on there that he's even more hungrier now than he was before the Errol Spence fight. Now this is all good because he said that now that he's undisputed champion and potentially he can move up to 154 to fight up there, and his name is being mentioned around from fighting people from Errol Spence to Jerome Bruce Ennis to Jamel Charlo to Tim Tszyu to Erickson Lubin. He feel like down there he got a huge target on his back. So that makes him hungrier now than ever before because he see that he got nothing but big fights from here on out. Like now he's at the pinnacle. He's at the stage of when Floyd Mayweather, after he fought Ricky Hatton and Oscar De La Hoya. From then on out, it was just nothing but tough fights until his last few fights, until he was been able to pick who he and choose who he wanted to fight. But throughout the end of the duration of his career, it was nothing but tough fights. And Terence Crawford realized he at that stage now. So he's hungrier than ever before. And a lot of people believe that Earl is going to be bigger and stronger at 154, which in hindsight, he will be. But that weight will also benefit Terence Crawford too, because remember, they both had to make 147. And in this training camp, they both had trouble making weight. So people are seem to forget that regardless of how much 7 pounds may benefit Earl Spence, it's also going to benefit Terence Crawford as well. And it looks like they planning on going on with the rematch. It looks like they're going to be doing it in December at 154. So people believe that because now they're going to be doing it at 54, that this is going to be a much more competitive fight, which in retrospect, it might be for 4 to 5 rounds. But after that, Terence Crawford going to do what he normally do. Because for them 4 or 5 rounds, he's going to be downloading all the information, all the new stuff that he see that you're doing now. Once he process it, he gonna start picking you apart. And this ain't gonna be no difference because styles make fights. And in 5, 6 months, there's nothing really Earl gonna be able to change or incorporate new to his style that he's been doing for all these years. Like the man really don't got no head movement. He don't really use his feet. He's not punching on angles, any of that stuff. He's just straightforward up and down, jab, 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 stab to the body, cross, stab to the body, jab, 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 stab to the body. Like he do the same thing over and over again. And if he don't change that, Terence Crawford gonna do him dirty just like he did before. This time even worse because now he don't gotta kill himself to make 147. So he gonna feel a lot more comfortable. He's still a smaller person, so he's gonna be more elusive on his feet. Still gonna have the faster hands. Still gonna have the better boxing IQ. It's something that Earl is gonna be able to do in this point in time. Maybe if they fought in another year or two and Earl had a couple of tune-ups, had a few training camps to incorporate new stuff, then I would say something different. But going right back into the fire, only after a few months after that devastating loss, it ain't really nothing he's gonna be able to change. Unless Derek James brings someone else into the training camp to help him with some stuff. Maybe someone like a Virgil Hunter, maybe a Ronnie Shields, maybe a Buddy McGirt, like a real old school throwback trainer who's a student of the game, who know all about the sweet science. Like, because that's what he's going to need to help him even have a chance in the rematch with Chance Crawford. Because however the way it goes, I think he's still gonna lose, even if it went the distance. The IQ is just on two different levels. But if he brought in like a Buddy McGirt, a Ronnie Shields, even a Greg Hackett, my man Greg Hackett, he can show him a lot of stuff. Maybe even if he came to Philly and trained at my gym with Fred Jenkins, like someone like that, because that same old game plan ain't gonna work. With all that being said, the fight gonna happen in December. I'm all for it. I can't wait to see it. Terence Crawford, he said he ready. Errol Spence, he been sending out messages saying that he ready. Right now, he's in Spain right now with his girlfriend, enjoying the fruits of his labor, rightfully so, because he do need a break, because that was a tough, rigorous fight. But he said after he get back from his vacation, he under lock and key. He going back in hibernation. He just gonna be in the lab focusing on this fight in December. So we in for a big fight. And if they gonna fight in December, in January, we may possibly get Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. So like I said, we in for some real good fights coming up. But that's all I got for now, guys. Let me know what y'all think. Drop your comments down below. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.